share my screen here. Let me know when y'all can see it.
We got you.
Okay, so genai call steering. I think we all, based on our contest from earlier this year, all know how powerful genai is, and we definitely want to start using that wherever we can in our products. And so we've taken our first step here in doing that. When we were working on the stuff from earlier this year, our team specifically created a demo that I think is still being used, at least by Rajit, but maybe some of the other sales guys. And that is just a direct link between the front end with Dialogflow and the back end with OpenAI. It's extremely powerful and great for showing what GenAI can do. The problem being, it's going to come along and it's going to ask GenAI to make select a department for whatever the customer is saying they're calling about, right? And really good for showing to prospective clients, because it's going to come up with whatever is possible. But real hospitals have real departments with real phone numbers that are staffed by real people, and so we have to make sure that we're providing that information to the caller and connecting them to the right place. And so there has to be some limitations there as far as what we allow GenAI to run wild with. So we've come up with this. This is our what we've created right now. So we've put Mirth in the middle, and we have a database with the list of the departments that are available and the phone numbers that are attached to those. And so that whenever the call is placed, we're basically telling GenAI, this is what you can select from. So for example, we're saying something along the lines of, select a department for the user based on what they say, what issues they say from the following list, and then giving GenAI a list of options that are available to it. So we went ahead and created basically a example of this. So the departments that we already put into the database has these departments, or the line that we've already put into the database has these departments listed for it. So you can see here, dermatology is in the list, but what you'll notice at the bottom there is that there is not present an allergy department. So if a caller calls this number and they complain, of a skin condition, you're going to not be, or if they're complaining of itching and scratching, they're not going to be presented with allergy. They're going to be presented with dermatology, because that's an option that's available at this hospital. And this can be, the reason behind this might be maybe that hospital doesn't have, maybe that hospital doesn't have optometrists or something else, right? And so we want to get them to the best possible option that's available in that hospital. So I'm going to go ahead and call this number now.
Thank you for calling the hospital. How can I help you?
I've been itching and I can't stop scratching.
I'm sorry to hear that you're experiencing itching. To better assist you, I'll need to ask a few questions. Have you noticed any other symptoms along with the itching?
No, I'm just itching and I can't stop scratching.
I understand. Persistent itching can be uncomfortable. Based on your symptoms, I recommend you speak with our dermatology department. They specialize in diagnosing and treating skin conditions, including itching. Would you like me to transfer your call to the dermatology department?
Yes.
Okay, please hold on while I connect you.
So then it's going to get back from GenAI dermatology and then transfer that department. The idea being, when it comes in, you're getting that list of departments from the database and passing that along to GenAI. But on the way back out, you want to grab the number that's associated with that department and send that back so we can transfer them. So that's what that looks like now, and should help us provide the solution to a customer. Should have all the pieces that are necessary are in place now. But we want to talk a little bit just briefly about what we'd like to do in the future. So the only thing that we see as a major problem here is that we're going to be continuing to maintain these, and as hopefully we get a ton of customers, we want that to be something that's not going to take up a lot of our time. So in a future, we're looking to create a portal or GUI that can maintain those values into the database, potentially by the customer themselves. So something that we can have very little hands-on, and allow the customer to take control of their own solution. So that's that's what we've created, and we think it's something that's ready for customers. So
Thank
Hey,
you.
Ryan, can you
Yeah.
elaborate a little bit on, we already had a call steering application, right? Why,
Yeah.
what value does this bring, do you think? Like, why is this better than what we already had?
Sure. Well, so right off the bat, genai is going to be more conversational, right? It's going to provide answers that are better suited to what you would see in a human to human conversation, right? But on top of that, it's going to require no with the solution that we have today, those things that the bot would respond with are going to be predetermined, right? So not only is it going to be less conversational with the product we have today, but also those values are going to have to be created by somebody on our side. Whereas with genai, that's happening automatically, so less setup time. And then as far as native language stuff, so like if you just started talking to this in Spanish, we didn't set any Spanish up, or Portuguese or Japanese or whatever, right? Like it will automatically work. There's no extra setup involved with using a different language. And it's going to select from those best options. So like with what we got today, let's say that they ask for a procedure that's done by a dermatologist, right? With what we got today, that might not match, and we would only be able to catch that from looking at our logs after the fact and deciding what that should go to and adding that into that option. Whereas with genai, it's going to be able to tell, oh, that procedure is something that's done by by a neurologist, by whatever, and go ahead and automatically provide that department, as opposed to having to catch that afterwards and coming back in to provide a better customer experience for the next guy and not the first guy. So those are some of the big things that genai is going to provide us there, as it compares to our previous product.
It's a good question.
Yeah. Anybody else have any other questions? Or
okay. Yeah, this is exciting stuff, Ryan. Thank you for showing this off.
Yeah,
I'll
no
probably
problem.
get to do.
Hey, Ryan, before we
Go ahead.
go to maybe just last question, this is complete now, right? What's the next step, right? We're trying to find a customer. You mind just, a quick response on kind of what the next steps are for this?
Yeah, so we're definitely looking. So I think I partially explained what the next steps are as far as the solution roadmap, but as far as the next steps practically, we want to find a customer that we can set this up for, and then provide that solution to them as it is complete, and can provide a solution to a customer with just what we've got here. But then we're looking for a customer to be our pilot in here. We want to provide this as it looks here to a customer. But then long term, like I was saying before, we're looking for the ability to set this up for for a great many customers, hopefully, right? And so we want to be able to do something along these lines to provide them with the ability to maintain their own values, in the instance that they have a number that changes or add a new department, that kind of stuff. Changing hours, there's the potential for us to like turn off departments on certain times and turn them on, for holidays, or for if the doctor is out, or that kind of stuff. So we want to be able to create this GUI for them to maintain it themselves, but definitely the very next step is to find somebody that we can provide this solution to, because it is ready to be utilized.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. And good questions, Ted. And just as an FYI, we do have a potential target in mind as far as a customer goes. I will do a future session showcasing how we're planning on positioning that specifically for that customer. Yeah, it's a great use case and it could be a huge deployment for us. I will in the future, probably next week, look to have a conversation around that, and give you some more updates on that, Ted. Okay.